that blue white bitch on detox, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Shoulda never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty. I need that, I need that, I need that. Blue white bitch on detox, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Shoulda never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty. I need that, 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 I need that. Blue white bitch on detox, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Shoulda never let the bitch alone with my seat. My got a bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salid, not that booty.
Could've been certain, could've been a G. Should've never switched right to police. Now they're looking at you funny when you're walking down the street, looking at me like fool, trying to see what they can do. Me, I'm like, wallow with you, with the you don't really wanna actually behave. Whenever on stage and the million gets made. I need that, 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 I need that.
Credit to Mike as always. Welcome to round 7, tier 1 of Monaco. Let's get going. Walk through the championship standings as it stands for tier 1. Here we go. So we got James Doss. Our championship leader was 273 points. Then we have Rels in P2 in the Mercedes. Then we got Ted in P3. Joe in P4. We've got Viz. Then Mr. Robert, Reserve. And then we've got Expo, Infinity, LX Tractor, and Raw Rinsen for the top 10. As we go into the bottom half now. We've got Caliboy in P11. We've got Ferro P12, Ollie P13, Big Blondie in P14, Madge 15th, Chris Downs 16th, Harry Hale 17th. And then it goes Gav, JVM Jack and Lily, round out our top 20. Let's have a little run through the constructors as well. Here we are then. Mercedes leading the way with 392 points. In behind is Red Bull with 375. Got Aston Martin overtaking McLaren last race up in a P3. McLaren P4, Alpine P5. Then we've got Williams and then Sauber. 6 points in behind Sauber, we've got the Racing Bulls. Then P9 Ferrari and P10 we have the Haas team. Let's have a little run through the calendar and where we are currently. As you can see, we are in Monaco. Next week we've got Netherlands with a wild card. Then we've got Brazil as a sprint. Then we've got Qatar Hungary Wildcard and Abu Dhabi Sprint. There's your little run through the calendar as we look towards qualifying. Of course, as always, we will ride on board with the first drive out on track. Obviously, in the Aston Martin now, instead of Harry Hill, we have Sam called up to full time. Mr. Roberts standing for LX Tractor. We've had a name change for Rels, who's now apparently 8th in centre. Sharp say about that at the end of qualifying. See if he can live up to his name. What? Looks like we got us both Saubers out first, actually. I'm here? What do you mean? I'm just not speaking. Oh, here we go. Don't need that. Here we go. Can you hear me? Billy. Looks like Sam's having some connection issues. Can you hear me, Billy? Can someone tell me if you can hear me? Okay. Billy, you're not funny. Thank you. Here comes GBM Jack to start his lap. Going down the main straight. Rising up into Sandavort. Very easy to cut the inside curb. Very nice indeed from the Sauber of GBM Jack. Rising up through Beau Rivage into the tricky left-hander, which is Massenet. Through Casino as well. We saw someone in Tier 2 hit the inside barrier during the race and DNF'd. Through Mirabeau. Into the slowest corner of the whole calendar in the hairpin. As we run down into Portier, another demanding corner. Through the tunnel. Downhill braking zone in at Nerval chicane. Obviously that inside barrier causing a lot of problems. Through to back. Into swimming pool. A nice bit of barrier to work with as well. So a good lap so far from GBM Jack. Into Raskas, little double apex. As we run into the final turn. Around he goes to the line. 2 hour banking lap is going to be for Jack. It's going to be a 12.7. Rawlinson says a 12.9, so both Sauber's pretty close on pace. Lamador goes P1 with 11.6. It's a nice lap. James Dustin on a lap. Expo goes top on 11.3, that's a good lap. Rels is invalidated. Big Blondie's on a lap. We've got Ted going through Raskas. Into the final turn. Billy goes P3 with a 12.2. Ted head to the line. Sets a 10.2. That is a very, very competitive time from the Aston of Ted. As Meldrum rounds the final corner. He's shown some good qualifying pace this season so far. Let's hope he can build on it in the races. A 13.1 puts him into P9. James Stoss now on a lap. Our championship leader, of course. Going through Mirabeau, as you can see, purple first sector for the Red Bull. Bizdino up to P3. Yeah, 10.2 as a banker is indeed insane. Oh my goodness. Trust me, I don't think that's going to be the quickest time we have this session. I think we need to watch out for the Aston in 13th and also Mr. Robert. Both them are insanely quick. As you might have seen in Tier 2, Sam dominated every race he raced in. He earned his call up. Through Raskas goes James Stoss. Into the final turn. To the line with some DRS and overtake. It's going to be a 10-9, which puts him into P2. Solid lap from the Red Bull of James. Madge on a lap going through Mirabel. Got about 12 minutes left of the session. Just everybody's first runs getting completed. See a few outlaps for the likes of Joe and Sam, also Rels. So we'll make sure to keep you posted on them lap times. I think Viz had a bit of an oopsie in the swimming pool. Oh, that's an invalidation for Madge. I don't know why I've called her a full name. Let's get on board with Sam. Look at how the car sticks through the first turn as he rises up through Beau Rivage into Masseline Casino now. See on telemetry, just pure throttle management. Ooh, massive slide on the exit. Still sets purple first sector though. Using all the tractor's advantage as he swings it through into Portier, stays nice and wide on entry, cuts it in very nicely. This looks like a brilliant lap from the Aston Martin. Look at that. Carving through the turns. It's a 52-1. And that's just his time now. Oh, he's gone wide. He's done a Verstappen and Jeddah. He's kept it going though. Let's see what it is for Sam. Oh my word, he's still set a 10.7 after that. After that massive hit of Raskas. We have a 1-2 currently for Aston Martin. Let's see what Joe can do. As he goes up to P2 with a 10.3. Another competitive time, this time by the McLaren. He'll be delighted with that, I'm sure. So here comes Rels. P2 in the championship. See what he can do around the streets of Monte Carlo. Looks like a purple second sector for the Mercedes driver. The car sticks nicely through swimming pool into Raskas. Pedal to the metal to the line. He's going to put in P3, just 14 thousandths of a second behind Joe. Some brilliant laps being put in. Let's get on board with Mr. Robert as he starts his lap going through Sandavort. Another pole challenger. Through Casino. So see, rides the bump on the exit. Purple sector 1 for the V-Carb, stepping in for LX Tractor. Quickest time, I'm going to go for a 109.8. Sounds crazy, but I think it's very doable by judging off our grid for Tier 1. I think a 109.8 is going to set the pole. I don't know who, but I think that's what we're looking at. I put it between Sam, Ted and Mr. Robert. That's what I'm going to go for. Through swimming pool goes the V. Look how quick this is. Brilliant to watch. Him just absolutely send it through these corners like they're nothing. We had someone drop out last second. 10.6 for Mr. Robert. P4. Literally, I think someone just didn't respond. We can find out who it was actually. I think it was Cali Boy who didn't turn up. Oh, his Expo's crashed at turn 10. Oh no, as you can see, his Williams just stranded. Oh, Expo. P29 says you checked out now. Not too sure if you were checked in or not. We only had one reserve. We had one reserve checked in. Alright. Looks like Mr. Roberts going for another lap. I think Ted's on a lap. It was sector 1. 10th and a half up near enough. Going to the hairpin now. 7 minutes left of the session. So we see Infinity go up to P7 with 11 flat. That's a lot better from the Merc. As you can see, an 11 flat puts you in P7. That just shows how quick this grid is today. See what he does through the second sector. Half a second up. This is going to be on the cusp of provisional pole for Mr. Robert. A front left lockup. To the line now for Mr. Robert. What is it going to be? It's going to be a 10 flat. Solid lap from Mr. Robert. GVM Jack, your prediction was correct. Lily to the line. P13 for Lily, a 12-1. That's a brilliant lap. Go on, Lily. I think Bezdino is half second now. Madge goes up to P8 with an 11-2. Ted is on a lap, I think. Yeah. Oh, we've got a Sauber getting on the road. Yeah. Oh, it's yellow flag, but at least there's no impeding. Don't think there's been any impeding so far from what I've seen. Good to see. Oh, we've got a Haas stranded at the chicane. I think he's getting out of the way. Oh wait. Oh! Ted's hit the wall. And Ted has definitely got damage there. As you can see how wide he's gone, he's invalidated. Damage for Ted. I don't know what pass that was. I think it was Lily just getting out of the way of everybody. Huge moment there. Ted on a flying lap. Hitting the wall, getting damage. Sam on a lap, I think. Yep, setting up for a lap. Let's get on board with the Aston Martin. Currently sat in P5 with a 10.7. See if he can improve. Oh, look at how much the rear is just squirming around. 10th down in the first sector. They run into Portier. Look how wide he takes it and gets a great exit into the tunnel. There's a Mercedes going slow. I'm going to say this lap's going to be a 10.45. I think he's got in him. Oh, he's 4 tenths up. It's an excellent lap. I think they've all just taken the swimming pool chicane. Oh, this could be brilliant. He's corrected a slide out of Raskas. This could be very competitive. Oh, as you have a driver in the 10-1s. Sam with an incredible lap, just about a 10th down on Mr. Robert. GBM Jack 4 tenths up to the line. Oh, he's invalidated, unfortunately. That's got everybody a lap. Meldrum's just down on his time. We've got the outlaps for everybody's final run. I think we're going to sit on board with James Stoss and Meldrum's. Also a crash at turn 10. 2 victims already, Expo and Meldrum. James sends it over the chicane. No, I don't think there was Albon Lover. I can't recall any crashes in Tier 2 quali. Looks like James is going to go for 2 outlaps, one I can see. Interesting. Infinity on an outlap. I think he's doing 2 outlaps as well. Lamonduk looks to be on a lap. See how he gets on. I think Ted is just going through Sector 1. Lamonduk's 3 seconds down and going to go towards Ted, who's 2 tenths up through the first sector. We could have a big pole challenger here in the Aston Martin. As you can see him in non, trying to conserve some battery, ready for this long windy straight into the Noval chicane. There he goes, overtake enabled. Into Noval we go. 970 might not be far off. See how he gets through to back. He's about 1.5 tenths up. I think this could be around a 10 flat if he keeps it going. Just clipping the wall on the exit, using all the track to his advantage through Raskas. This is a brilliant lap from Ted. Oh, just hits the wall on the exit of Raskas. Run to the line for Ted. What is it going to be for the Aston Martin? It's going to be a 10 flat on the dot, basically. Puts him in a provisional pole. That could well be pole position. Mr. Robert on a lap. See how he gets on through the first sector. Just down on his time. James on a lap now, so we're going to get on board with Mr. Robert through his flying lap. Yeah. Don't think Mr. Robert's on a lap. I think he's going to gear up for another one. Get on board with Wells on the lap. No, he's not. James is 600s up. Majesty 10s down. Let's get him over James Stoss. Oh no, just need to have a look through. Joe just behind James in the tunnel. Joe was about 10th and a half up actually. Joe could be on a pole position push here. Through to back goes James, you can see absolutely flinging it through there. 4 tenths up for James, this could be very close. What a middle sector. Ted's retired in the pit, so is Blondie. So Ted is done with a 10 flat. Let's see what it is for James. P4 for James with a 10.3. Let's see how Joe gets on. Joe goes up to P4 with a 10.2. That's a good lap. Rells is down and he's not going to get another lap in. That is Rells done. See, oh, Infinity's invalidated. I don't even know what I expect him. Sam just down. Mr. Robert going through Raskas. It looks like these have left it very late for their last flying lap, getting all the track evolution possible. Mr. Robert to the line. He claims pole with a 9.8. Ross left the session. Let's see if Sam. Oh, he's had a massive snap. Sam to the line. Can he improve? Oh, he can, but it's a 9.9. My prediction was correct at the pole time with a 9.8. Some absolutely amazing lap times. 2 drivers in the 9s with a 10 flat as well. Some insane laps being put in. Your pole position goes to Mr. Robert. Sam and Ted, both the Aston Martins in P2 and P3. Joe in P4. James in P5. We've got Rells in P6. Just ahead of his teammate Billy. Biz in P8. We've got Madge as well, so we've got a few teams close on pace up there. As you can see, it goes both Astons, Both Mercs, both Alpines, both Williams. The Hasses are close. And F1 Gav rounds out your grid. That is your top 19 drivers. And we have an absolutely incredible race in our hands. As you can see, the top 6 all separated by about half a second, so this is going to be very competitive. I can already tell by. We will have 39 laps of racing to decide our podium for today. And I'm going to see we go to 5 red lights for round 7, Tier 1 Monaco. It is lights on, we are underway. Looks like a great start for the race leader, Mr. Robert. Ted alongside, going into turn 1, his teammate. Side by side, go there, Aston Martins have got a little bit of contact between the top 2. Ted does get up on the P2 though. Looks like Ross lost a lot of place off the start. Oh, the top 2 are very close. Ted goes down the inside of Casino for the lead. He can't quite get it off. Sam up the inside of the Mirabel. These are getting very close. Sam is right alongside. Billy's been disqualified. A lot of side-by-side action in the hairpin. Look at GBM Jack send it as well. As Joe gets past Ted up in a P3. That's an absolutely valiant move from Joe. Madge up in a P6 ahead of Rells. Oh, we've got a huge scrap between Chris Downs and Blonny, who also ghosted. Looks like Chris Downs going to get ahead there. As you can see, the top 2 separated by absolutely nothing here, going through Raskas. Make sure I've got everything right here. 3/10 the gap. Ooh, Madge and Rells getting close. Going in the last corner! This Rells looks like he's put Madge in the wall at the last turn. Expo up into P7. Rells into P6. Not so sure if the Alpine of Madge has some damage. Oh, it's kicked Rells out of the session, so he's going to drop. Let's go back to this battle for the lead between Robert and Samson. As you can see, a gap starting to form to Joe, as Rells is going to drop like a stone until he gets back in the session. Ooh, Viz and Ferrer getting close into the hairpin. Joe just closing the gap. About 9/10 now. We've got to move. That's Meldrum getting ahead of the ghosted Rells, who is going to fall very far back in this race now. Yeah. We're going to have a very angry Rells driving on this track, I'm assuming they're there. That's how we can get back in so we don't have a ghosted car driving around. Go with a new fastest lap. Sam right in behind Mr. Robert. Still about 2/10. He's all over the back of him. The move is imminent, you would think. And look at how close they are going to the Casino, which is about a 10.5 separating the top 2. The gap's starting to form between James and Ted. About a second there. James, our championship leader, down in P5. Oh, it looks like Lily is spun round at Massenet. Let's hope we can avoid a safety car or VSC. Oh, Lily's hit the wall. Unfortunate for Lily. Good qualifying position. It's been spun round and Massenet. Ooh, down the inside. Sam looked for it and Robert had to cut the corner. He's probably got a warning for that. Oh, can we go side by side to back? Not quite. He just thinks better of it. Ooh. Meldrum looks like he's been spun around the exit of the tunnel. Oh, wow. He was side by side with Chris Downs, I'm pretty sure it was. As you can see, the battling between these top 2 have brought Joe back into place. Ted has a little bit of a spin. He avoids damage, but he's lost a lot of time and Jim's right in the back of him now. Ted is very lucky to avoid damage. Oh, look how close these are. Going up the hill. Into Massenet. Sam's really looking for a move. Can't really find a gap though. Mr. Robert defending very well. The run down into Maribor looks like he's a little bit too far back to go for a move. Eating about rolls. Oh, looks like Ferret's dropped back. At the hairpin. Oh, Ferret's got a bit of damage. Oh, he's nearly just hit Raw Inzen as well. Them two getting close on track. We've got Rels back in the session now. I should invite him earlier, I didn't think. Half a second the gap between the top two. This is going to be a very competitive fight for the leads. You can see the top four all within a little DRS train now. Lap 4 with 39, so got about 35 laps to go around this track. Oh, just had a massive wheel spin out the last corner. I think it might have been Ted. Judging off the last few laps, it looks like Sam is just biding his time, having some patience now. See if Joe can oh! Some contact between the top two. Is Sam going to look for moving a mirror ball around the outside? Oh, they're getting close! Joe looked for an inside line. Can't quite make his way past the Aston Martin. Oh, a lot of contact. These two are getting very close. Joe down the inside. They're running a Portier. Can he stick it alongside? Not quite. He just has to back out. Joe going for gaps. Some good racing. That's what you want to see. Oh, Ted has a good run on Joe going into the Noval chicane. Ted outbreaks himself and hits his teammate. And spins around and loses 2 places because of it. Ted just completely outbreaked himself into the chicane, hit his own teammate. Incredible. Marge about half a second behind Expo. Expo sitting pretty in P6. Ted losing ground. Looks like James is struggling to keep up with his top 3. As you can see, he's dropping back quite a lot now. I think Ted's going to be up his gearbox pretty shortly. It's getting very hairy at the top. It's a very close racing. Top 3 separated by about a second and a half. Oh, as Meldrum's our first retiree, and we have a virtual safety car. Meldrum has crashed at the beloved turn 10. As a virtual safety car neutralises the race. And breathe. What an opening 6 laps of racing that has been. Oh, unlucky me. Unlucky Lily. Did you get spun around or? I need a breath. I definitely need a breath, oh my goodness. It's like Mr. Roberts got a nice little gap on Sam now. About 1.1 seconds. Yeah, no problem. Got this virtual safety car is going to end, so gonna see. So hopefully we get no drive-throughs if everybody sticks to the delta time. Oh, Jax, is that a race leader getting a drive-through? It is! Mr. Roberts got a drive-through penalty for speeding. Oh, Joe's going to go for the lead through the ghosted car. He still goes for Sam, who has a big slide, and Joe takes the lead of the race. Mr. Robert goes to the Sam. I need to invite Rals again. I want to watch this action. Joe takes the lead ahead of Sam now. Incredible. So Rals having some connection issues. Wow. Did not expect that from Joe. Big mistakes happening up ahead, and Joe capitalises. Mr. Robert will be absolutely fuming with himself. Ooh. And you see Ros down in P10, obviously connection issues aren't going to help. Look how close Ted is as he hits the rear of James. That's a great run into Raskas. Bit of contact made. As Mr. Robert has to serve his drive-through penalty now. Oh, big snap for Ted out the final turn. So Ted's struggling with the lack of traction. Sam was now right in the back of Joe. This is going to be an interesting battle for P1. Looks like no matter what happens to Sam, he's always up there in the top 2. I can't even keep up with the racing back there because of how close this is. This is the best racing we've ever had in the season so far. This has been brilliant, especially around Monaco. Looks like Raw Rins has made a move on Gav on the DRS straight. In turn 1, you can see on the minimap. Madge hanging on to the back of Larmaduck, who's got himself up in a P6 on the hard tyres, same as his teammate XPOLA. Sam about 3/10 back! Just avoids a huge contact there. He looks for a little run into the back, but can't quite get the throttle down early enough. Joe hangs on. See how much is pushing by just the constant lockups. And that's massive wheel spin on the last turn as well. DRS enabled for Sam. Can he get a move done in Sanderbot? Not quite. The battle between the top two is going to heat up, I'm sure of it. Same with Ted and James here. Mr. Robert down in P10. Obviously that's his true position now, if he's been on them tyres since the very start of the race. Ferret all the way up in the P11 as well. Good start from Mr. Ferret himself. Still 30 laps of racing to go. Ooh, got a move. Rells finds his way past Chris Downs into Mirabel. A little bit of contact. Rells does keep the place. Open a P8. Goes the Mercedes. Absolutely on the charge now. Is Rells. Look how close these are. Oh, Sam's hit the wall and he's out the race! The Aston Martin has crashed. And we have a VSC. Wow. Sam was out the race. Big moments. Wait, what's happened? Oh yeah, never mind. Oh my goodness. Joe takes a pit stop. Oh, James has got a drive through. No, James. Oh my goodness. What a start of this race we've had. Can see if Joe can get ahead of Larmaduck on the exit. He can. So Joe stays in P2 on fresh rubber. Both Williams starting on the hard tyres, opt to stay out for as long as possible. So unfortunate for James with the drive-through now. I think he will have a good chance at staying ahead of the likes of Rells maybe. If you can say at the end of this lap, obviously it's only a VSC, so we're not going to... Oh, Viz gets to drive through as well. Looks like a lot of drivers struggling with the delta times. I don't get it because James obviously got the drive through into the pits. Oh, as the VSC's ended, we were back underway. James and Ted still close on track. I think James is going to have to rush back to the pits and get that served. On this lap, well, he's still got 11 seconds to Rells behind. Oh my god, how close was that to the wall from Ted? Chris Downs on the back of Madge. Chris shooting up in a P8. He's running a brilliant race so far in the Ferrari. As you can see, James into the pits for his drive through. Let's see where he comes out. We've got Rells just going into Rasgas. I think he is just going to stay clear. I think I just heard a car hit the wall on the exit of the swimming pool. Looks like Rells is going to get ahead of James. Oh, he's going to fall behind a lot of cars and fall into this train. It's unfortunate for James. On the fresh tyres now though. He has indeed lost track position to Mr. Robert though. Let's get back to the action. Ted running a net P2 in this race. Rells running a net P3 after it disconnects. Due to Mr. Robert and James Stoss both getting drive-throughs. Oh my goodness. Viz with a 10-second penalty for crossing the pit line? I did not know that was a thing, but okay. Oh. Mr. Roberts got ahead of Chris Downs in the tunnel. He's made a move in the tunnel. Oh, Madge! Madge has hit the inside wall. And that is our 4th retiree already. The Alpine of Madge has crashed out. No safety car, luckily. Ooh, that sounded like a huge hit for somebody. I think it was Chris. Oh! Side by side! And Ollie's been spun round. Contact between Ted and Armaduck. And the Williams has come off way worse in the wall. Oh, we've got to move. Looks like Expo's had a little bit of a mistake going in the hairpin, and Joe's took the lead. He's got a huge advantage on Ted as well. Oh, wow. Unlucky Madge. Turn 10 is a bitch of a corner. Half a second separates James and Chris. James will be looking for a move pretty quickly as Chris gets a 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. Lap 12 out of 39. As we go on to lap 13. Our race leader Exo Thunder cruising out in front by about 3 seconds. Obviously still a long time left to go in this race. As Mr. Larmaduck is in the box, let's see if he changes wing. I mean, he got spun around at a pretty high speed section. Looks like he just needs a wing change, which is good for him. So he's on the new medium compounded tyres. Oh. It looks like Chris does not want to fight that one. And James gets up in a P6 in this race. Oh, his Expo's struggling on exit. See if Ted can get a run into the New Val chicane here. He'd be silly to go for a move here. Oh, he's very close to the rear of the Williams, and that could be a track limit 1 as well. Have a look at the penalties quickly. Oh, Viz Dino's retired in the pits. I got excited there for a second. I thought we were getting a cheeky safety car, but Rollins and Chris, the only people to get track limit penalties so far in this race. A lot better than what we saw in Tier 2. We saw a lot of track limit penalties in Tier 2 earlier on. Let's look at Ted with the outside line on Expo Live, and Expo doesn't fight, he does lock up on the fronts. And Ted gets the move done. Gap out in front now, 5.7 seconds between Ted and Joe. Our 2 championship protagonists from season 1. Both in the top 2 in Monaco now. As you can see, Mr. Roberts just seems to have pulled away from James. Oh, Lomduck's right in the back of Blondie on the main straight into Sandoval. This is going to get close. Lomduck with a nice overtake in the Sandoval. Blondie keeps it out of the barrier as well. Nice clean overtake from the Williams up in a P8. The Rollins and on the fresh hards down in P13 with the track limit penalty. Jack in P12 just on the back of Ferret, who's about a second away from F1 Gav. 7 seconds up the road, you got the battle between Larmaduck and Blondie, P8 and P9. And you got Chris, kind of a world of his own. And you got James, Mr. Robert. A few seconds up the road, you got Rells. And the new Hodge. Oh, he just hits the barrier in Roscas there and loses a few tenths. And you got Expo still out on them hard tyres from the start. And you got Joe out in P1 by about 6 seconds. Ted running P2. Everyone who finishes now will get guaranteed points, as in this league we do points all the way down to P16. As it looks like Ferret's got a bit of damage on his front wing, as GBM Jack gets up in a P11 in this race. See if Raw Rinzing can chase up to the back of the Red Bull. Oh, as Wells gets a track limit penalty now for the chicane. Second is the gap, Mr. Robert on the chase. See if we can get up to the back of the Mercedes Wells. But GBM Jack chasing up Gav now. Down in P11, Jack running a pretty solid race. Look at DRS now on F1 Gav in that lovely Sauber livery. But I didn't get that myself. Oh, Ted with a penalty now. With track limits coming out the chicane. Have a look at some warnings, see if Joe's got any warnings. Joe has. Joe only has one warning to his name. Oh no. Wait, was that James? Oh, James has got damage, no! James has crashed in the swimming pool section and has really damaged his front wing. Expo comes into the pits. James is going to have to carry on with damage as he falls down behind Chris Downs. Chris Downs all the way up to P5. What a race so far from the Ferrari man. He's absolutely flying in this race. Ferrari in need of some points due to the constructors. I think Chris Downs is really delivering today. Half second is the gap between Mr. Robert and Rills. Lily gets a penalty for track limits. Rowan's in right now on the back of Ferrick going through this final corner. Obviously Ferrick with a bit of damage on his car. About 7/10. Still between third and fourth. Only 14 runs left in this race. Both Alpines DNFing. It's not good for the constructors' hopes. Obviously, one of our Mercedes, who are currently leading the constructors, disqualified after not moving off the start as he had some stuff to sort. Mr. Robert in the pits, that's interesting. He's putting a new set of hard tyres, preferably for him until the end of the race. 21 laps to go. Going to be a struggle, but I think he could do it. He's good at tyre management, Mr. Robert. Ooh, it looks like he's very close to Lama though. As you can see, 310's just behind the Williams now. As he tries to push his way past through Massimo. Both Williams were running brilliant races up in P6 and P7. Mr. Robert looking for a way past Lamaduck. Obviously Williams hoping for a good race today. Chris Downs all the way in P4. He's doing brilliant here. Obviously Monaco is always going to be a bloodbath, no matter what. No matter what drivers you have. I mean, you got drivers of the caliber of Sam still just making slight mistakes, which is going to completely end your race. Oh, we've got a car around. Mr. Roberts had a spin. It's a back. Did he avoid damage? He didn't. Mr. Roberts got damage. Down in P8. The V-Carb race could be over here. Oh, James and Expo getting close. I think Expo had to cut the corner in turn 1. Obviously, Mr. Robert already having a drive-through in this race, as you can see. Well, James got damage still. He didn't opt to come in after he got it. This is a very interesting race, I must say, so far. GBM Jack gets past Lily into, it looks like swimming pool. Xbox actually overtook James on raw pace. Obviously with James getting damage, Expo up into P5 in this race. He'll be chuffed. Chris Downs up the road about 1.5 seconds. Let's see if Expo can chase up to the back of him. Chris Downs and Expo running brilliant races. Sky high, a lot of points available. Big Bronny gets a track limit penalty. It's like Mr. Robert has chose to stay out with the damage. Literally, as soon as he boxed on that lap, gets damage. Not help the strategy whatsoever there. He had a spin going through to back. Got about 19 laps to go, about halfway through this race now. 5 DNFs so far. Only 14 runners left. If you haven't already, make sure to drop a follow on the Twitch, the TikTok, and the Instagram, and the YouTube. Or Slipstream the Site League. If you want to see more content like this. Obviously, Twitch and YouTube, you get the full cut. Oh, as James has binned it at turn 10, our championship leader is out the race. As you can see, his car is stranded. That's a huge mistake from the Red Bull of James. So unfortunate for him. As we get a virtual safety car. Still no safety car in this race. As Wells gets a free tyre change onto the new hards to the end. Got a few pit stops. Chris Downs and Llama Duck coming in. Looks like if Joe can keep this clean, looks like he might have a race win coming his way. As you can see, the gap from P2 to P3 is 30 seconds, so if Joe does pace, he falls into that beautiful gap. Obviously, Ted and Joe will have to pit again, as Raw Rinsen gets a 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Big moments in the championship today. We've got Mr. Robert running P5 with some damage on the car. We've got our championship leader James starts crashing a turn. Ooh, as Mr. Robert goes deep and gets a 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Goes down right in the back of him as well. Of course, our race leader Joe. We've got P3 in the championship. Ted Ed running a nice race. P2 in the championship Rels down in P4. Got XP Live in front of him. Obviously Sam showing his pace, getting P2 in quali. And crashed at turn 11 on the exit of the New Rocha King. So Chris gets another penalty for track limits. You can see that gap between Robert and Rels just opening up every lap now. As Rels moves to the back of Expo. As Jack also gets a track limit penalty down in P11. On the soft tyres, of course. Look how close Rels is to the rear of Expo. Can he go for movement at the back? There's a very risky move to make when you're up in P4. We got contact and Rels is round. He just avoided the wall. You know, you don't want to stick your nose in at the back. I mean, as Ted goes for an undercut on Joe. This is interesting. I think Joe will have to follow him in next lap. If he does have a set of hards to the end. Let's have a look at Joe's strategy so far. Yes, Joe will have a set of hards. So I'm assuming he will box on this lap to cover off that undercut. Gap's 21 seconds, so I will monitor that gap throughout this lap. Wells right in the back of Expo once again, after their collision on the previous lap. As you can see... as well, centered a mirror ball and made a lot of contact with Expo. I didn't really catch the send, I just saw Expo's POV of that. As well as barges his way into P3. Oh. I don't know who that... I think that's Lily, the lap car. Landing into the pits. Or his set of odds. As Joe does come into the pits. Monitor Ted. Let's see if he can get any undercut on Joe. Sfera gets a track limit penalty. Tell you what. No way! An undercut from Ted as Joe got held up in the pits by, I think that's GBM Jack. Oh my word. Ted now leads the race with a track limit penalty. I think Joe got really held up by the Sauber there. The lap car. Wow. Massive moment in this race. 15 laps to go. Joe has indeed lost track position. Mental. Joe really needs to get up to the rear of Ted Ed. And he wants this race win today. I'm not so sure what happened in the pits. I just saw him stuck behind Jack on the exit of the pits. As you would think, this has all gone in Ted's favour. I mean, track position is way more important at this track, of course. He's now more reliant on Joe getting a track limit penalty now to soften his lead up. Joe on the fresher tyres. He'll be hoping for them hards to get warm as soon as possible. As you can see, Rel's only 3.5 seconds behind Joe. Maybe he could join this battle soon, if he can get his foot down. Oh no, got him there. So GBM Jack had a bit of an oopsie. In the chicane. Chris Downs right in the back of Mr. Robert still. Obviously Mr. Robert with the damage. Expo running a very nice race in P4, of course. Joe was gaining about 3/10 in the last lap on Ted. We could see Joe start to close up within the next 5 laps or so. He keeps on just nibbling away at that lead that Ted has currently. Let's look back towards Chris Downs and Mr. Robert. Battle for P5. The Ferrari team screaming out for some points. And they're running 6 and 9 at the minute. Chris Downs in a battle for P5. We can get this place. It'll be, I think, that Ferrari's highest finish all season. And to do it in Monaco is pretty special. As Raw Rinzen comes into the pit lane for a change of tyres onto the fresh hards. The gap out in front of 1.5 seconds. So Joe is starting to eat away at that lead just slightly every lap now. A few tenths. I think Robert might have just hit a wall in front. Laps to go in this race. I think Expo will have to pit pretty soon. That'll drop him in this gap between Larmaduck and Gav, I would have thought. Maybe around Larmaduck, his teammate. I think Ollie might have to pit again, to be fair. Oh no, he's on the new... I got mixed up. I thought he was on the mediums, but they're Chris Downs' mediums. He's on the hards. He should make it to the end. Oh! Speaking of Larmaduck, just hit the wall. Gap now 1.2. Joe's really starting to catch Ted. Once he gets DRS, he's there. A few more tenths to gain, that's it. Chris Downs and Mr. Robert just keeping that gap at about 9/10 of a second. Oh, GBM Jax had a crash and it brings out the safety car. This just made things a whole lot more interesting. GBM Jack has crashed at the swimming pool. We now only have 12 runners left in this race. A lot of casualties. As Expo jumps in for a free pit stop, that'll help him a lot in this race. Lily's in. Oh, Red Wing up there. Did you crash here, I'm assuming? Did you just spin out? Alright. Yeah, that's unlucky move. Our first safety car of the race, you can see the Aston Martin. Safety car driven by Mr. Bert Mylander himself. Parked up the second one. Oh god. I need to see that clip. Just not Lily's reaction, it was quite a spectacular crash. Lily just stay in the race and he gets some good points for the Haas team. Sorry guys. "11 laps to go and we have a safety car. We don't see any pit stops from the top 4. Oh yes we do. Wells is in the pits to get off the hards. On a fresh at medium, do not count Wells out with this race. He has got a brilliant chance. If he can stay in P3, which is looking likely because Mr. Robert, I don't think is making any inroads on Wells. Obviously under the delta time, as you can see, Robert in the background. Wells is going to come out with a free pit stop on a fresh set of mediums in P3. This is still an absolute spanner in the works for Joe and Ted out in front. Wells with a great chance at a win. Obviously with a have a look at the penalties. As you can see, Ted, Rels, Robert, Expo, Blondie, Ferret and Lily all have 3 seconds. We've got 6-second penalties for Chris Downs and Raw Renzi. Obviously, people with penalties, this will not help with the safety car. As it bunches the pack back up. I think Lily's been lapped as well, unfortunately. So I think she's just going to try and stick it out and get a P12, get some points for the Haas team, who are bottom of the constructors currently. Had some bad luck this season, both Haas drivers. Some solid points on the way for Ferrari. What's happened half the lobby? Few crashes. Just a few crashes. I think we've had 1, 2, 3, 5 crashes. Viz retired in the pits and Infinity didn't start the race. Larmaduck gets a penalty under the safety car, that's not going to help him at all. Yeah, it's his first penalty in the race as well. Yeah, I should actually I'm just saying this can't. Yeah, everyone's in 2 stops. Oh, Chris Downs with a 10-second penalty. He's going to be absolutely distraught with that. Running up in P5, trying to secure Ferrari, a brilliant points finish. Gets to 10 seconds. He may get that taken off, but that's only if he gets to the end and doesn't have to serve his penalty. That's so unfortunate for the Ferrari man. Let's hope it was just a silly penalty and get it taken off by the stewards after the race. Mr. Robert running P4. Still has damage though. Pretty sure he does. Yeah, you can see the front left end plate still off of that V-carb. He's going to really struggle on them old hard tyres plus the damage. I am one tired man. Very tired man. Only the top 7 are in the safety car train at the moment. Gav's just got to catch up, Blondie, Rawrins and go around Portier now. I think it's going to get underway. It is indeed, Jack. I may watch it, if I'm not. There's a high chance I do fall asleep after this race though. Oh, safety car's in the slap. Definitely more DNFs than Tier 2. I think Tier 2 is more carnage though. No, I think Gav can make it. Robert and Chris Downs. I think Robert's good enough for tyre wear to stay out at the end. I think Chris Downs does have to probably pit though. I don't think he can do 18 laps on mediums. So here we go. Ted taking us through the restart. He's going very slowly still. Oh, as he darts out. Oh, he gets a massive snap. As Robert hits the back of Wells. Oof. This is going to get very interesting. Robert also picking up at 10 seconds for hitting the back of Chris, as you can see on the penalties. Expo very close up the rear. Got the lap car of Lily trying to manoeuvre through some traffic. Larmaduck making a move on Expo. Oh, he just hits the back of Chris. We've got a lot of contact going into the hairpin. Still side by side. Oh, is he going to lock up? And Larmaduck drops a few places because of it. Ronnie tried to get a little move done, but had to unfortunately back out. Chris Downs now holding up a massive train of cars, of course, on his older tyres with damage and the 10-second penalty. Gap out in front 1 second, you know. I think Ted could maybe take this. Joe needs to get his foot down and try and stay within that penalty window. Scout gets it 3 seconds. Larmaduck moved past him in swimming pool. Brilliant. Got a huge battle for P8 going on. Rel's on the back of Joe. This could get very interesting. Yeah, I think that was a similar situation in Tier 2. I think near enough everyone got a penalty. I think Joe's still on 1 warning. Oh, it's very close on the rear. Wells is all over Joe. Does Wells have a good enough run to go for moving in an overall chicane here? Oh, he looks down the inside. Produces a little fake dive bomb. Joe unfazed. Gap out in front 1.3 seconds. Wells will have the DRS this lap. As the Williams both swap places. Larmaduck up in a P6 ahead of XP Live. A look at the penalties. Yeah, they're both on 3 seconds. Both Williams cars. So here we go. Wells with the DRS advantage on Joe. Looks for moving to Sanderbot. Just has to be patient though. As Lamaduk chases up to the back of Chris Downs with some DRS now. Gap between Joe and Wells about 2 tenths going into Casino. Oh, is Ted slowed up? I don't know what's happened to Ted. Ted's got damage on the front wing. I think he's spun and hit the wall in the exit of Casino. Oh my word. This has brought Joe right back into play. Joe just needs to avoid a penalty and he's got it. He does need to be careful of Rells on fresh tyres behind though. Oh, we got to move! Rells down the inside, no chicane, and Joe gets a penalty! Oh, Joe's going to be livid. Into back, and Rells does get the place. Joe's going to be absolutely livid with that. Rells send it down the inside, causing Joe to go off the track. Oh no. We have now got penalties for everybody. As Rells hits the back of Ted there, going into Raskas. Oh no. Joe down in P3 with a penalty now. Yeah, he did get forced off, I think. I don't know. Oh no. Lamaduk's had an oopsie on the exit of Sandoval. He picked up a penalty and we've got side by side as Expo gets up in the P5 and hit Chris Downs. 3-ball ravage. Top three all separated very closely here. Obviously they're all on 3-second penalties. And you have a little glaze at the warnings, but I think Wells is looking good to win this race, you know, with Ted's damage. Oh, I think Joe just slammed it in the wall behind. Rose looking for any way past Ted. Oh, this is going to get closer. Raskas a little bit of a tap on the rear. And look for a move in the last turn. Not quite. Looks like Ted's going to get a better exit though. Onto the straight. 3 laps to go. Oh, it could be 4 actually. 3 and a bit laps to go. There's been a spicy fight at the front. I think Wells will go for a move any minute now. There's a side by side going to the Casino. Joe's going to look for a run at Mirabel, you would have thought. Not quite. The top 2 getting very close though. P2 and P3 in the championship both battling for the lead. Tempers might flare, who knows. Oh, he's going for a move in a port. Yeah, he just has to back out. My heart is racing. This is a brilliant battle. His Expo's right in the back of Mr. Robert now. Oh, his Ted goes wide and Wells might have a good run into back. He's going to make the same mistake he did while trying to overtake Expo. Things better Robert this time. These two very close going through Sunland Pool. Getting very close. Oh yeah! Fair enough. Jody accent's not doing us any favours, is it? Well, Expo is ghosting through Robert. Let's do DRS now. I have to look at the battle for the lead. Looks like Expo's just going to have to sit by Robert for now. Robert does have a 10-second penalty coming his way to the end of this race. 2 and a bit laps to go now. Oh, Wells hits the back of Ted. He just about his damage still. Wells is absolutely pushing him through every single corner. Ted runs wide at the hairpin. These two are getting so close. The Wells may have the run into Nova Chicania. Let's have a look at the battery on the steering wheel. Yeah, Ted's running low on the battery. So is Wells, to be fair. Joe's got a nice bit of battery to work with. Oh my goodness. Wells loves a late break and wow. His battle for the lead is incredible. These top 3 separated by nothing. I think Joe's going to sit back and wait for fireworks between these two. Well, Expo's very close to the back of Robert now. We're going to look back towards the lead. Going to keep an eye on Expo though. Oh, Chris Downs has had a crash in swimming pool. As you can see, damage to his front wing. Chris Downs dropping all the way down to P8 now. Gav down in P11 on the softs. On the penultimate lap of this race, this is Rolls' last chance, basically. Last chance saloon. Oh! I thought he made a little bit of contact. Yeah, this has been a brilliant few laps. Anyone can win this. Everyone's on a level playing field with penalties. Ted with damage, Rolls on the fresher tyres. Joe hanging in behind. Don't think Rolls close enough to go for a move at all. 4 tenths. That wall's got me wincing every time. Next we'll go for a move. I think he's just going to sit behind with Robert's penalty, so we're not going to look too close to that. Oh, as Wells has dropped back. Out of DRS. Wells has lost DRS now. There's a big snap coming out the last corner. And I think Ted is dead set on to win this race. On to the final lap now. As you can see, Wells really struggling with the rears now. He's definitely not close enough to go for any sort of move on Ted. Say that, still a decent little gap. It all depends on Ted's exit, going into Millville now. Is Wells going to go for a Hail Mary, or is he just going to sit behind? It looks like he's just going to sit behind. Settle nicely for a P2. I hate that wall so much. And it looks as if Ted Header's got this absolutely nailed. As we are in the final sector, rounding Raskas for the final time. Round the final corner, it looks like Ted is going to take the win here in Monaco. Ted wins the Monaco Grand Prix for Slipstream. Brell's in P2, Joe in P3. As we look behind, looks like Expo's going to get a pretty dandy P4 finish for Williams. Robert drops to P5. Larmaduck and Raw Rinsen battling all the way to the line. And Larmaduck is going to take P6. Lovely finish for both Williams cars. As Blondie will come home 4 P8s. It will drop behind Ferret because of penalties. Ferret finishing in a nice P8. Chris Downs in P10. As Gav is the last to finish the line, to cross the line. On the softs, come on Gav, give us a photo finish. To the line, Gav completes this race. Chris drops to P11 behind his teammate. Whew, and breathe. What a race that was. Some great racing all round. A lot of carnage. Monaco did not disappoint. As you see, cleanest driver goes to Joe. Most overtakes Chris. Driver of the day in game is Raw Rinsen. Mr. Robert getting the fastest lap, and race winner, of course, Ted. There is your classification. Everyone who finished got penalties. Brilliant race to watch that. Our pole sitter coming up in P5 in the end. As you can see, championship leader Mr. James Stoss not finishing this race. Sam Simon started P2, also DNF'd. Billy didn't get off the line. So that has been it for round 7 of Monaco for Tier 1. Next week is, of course, Zandvoort with a wildcard. So make sure you tune in for that one. Same time next week. So this has been Manzi. Thank you everyone for tuning in, engaging in the live. It's been an absolutely brilliant few hours of racing there. So thanks everyone for joining. It means a lot. So thank you from me and goodbye.